short-term trading.
Learn crypto.io is a pathway to understanding the cryptocurrency.
Hey guys, what's going on? I had the sound off there, trying to get the music redone. I think we should be good. What up, Crispies? Elizabeth, Johnny? Nick couldn't make it tonight. He had a big day at work, and I know he's behind on some Patreon stuff. So, actually, I think I was supposed to remind him I was going live, so let me do that right now. I want to jump on here just to see if anybody's got any questions and answer those questions if anybody needs anything. Hold on one second. Let me tell Nick I went live since I forgot to tell him. Maybe give a few minutes for somebody, a few more people get in here. Thanks, Dimodrosmus, for being a fan. Appreciate that. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Rafterman? First time in, welcome. We got a good group over in the Patreon, 30 bucks a month. If anybody wants a little more specific answers, timely on calls. I do put a lot on Twitter, as everybody knows. What's up, Will Jennings? What's up, Chris K9? Glad to see you in here. Again, just wanted to go live. Nick's busy, but I wanted to make sure I did a kind of quick update here. What's up, Dustin? Hey, G Money. We're going to go over the triangles, and we're going to go over some irregular flats and flats for Elliott Wave. My Wyckoff SMI software really, it's friendly here, but it's not giving me an actual buy signal on any of the major coins yet. Hey, Tag, Maverick. We go over TA here. My co-host Nick does fundamentals. He's not here tonight. It's just going to be me, quick show, going over some quick TA, make sure everyone understands where I'm at. So here's the Bitcoin chart current. This is a 4-hour chart. If I throw on what I've been showing here recently, I've kind of talked about this really since the run up to 5,200 or so here. I thought we'd have some violence sideways. We do not have a Telegram group. We just have the Patreon Discord. How will TA help in hodling? I guess maybe give you a better point to buy some more and hodl some more. If you're fully invested, then it's not going to help you. What's up, Cameron? So again, this is actually more of a bearish count that I've had up here for a while, and you would kind of call this a first wave up, and then a big triangle, and then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would a lot of people are talking about maybe a 5,800 or 6,000 Bitcoin, and then a new low. I'm not really in that camp. I'd rather use this count here that I've been showing as well, which means this is a wave forward that we've been calling for quite a while. It got deeper than I expected, but now we would have 5 waves back to the highs. So if that is the count, we've done a 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're sitting here, it's a little jumbled here, but we're doing another triangle before we'd have another 5 waves up, then a higher level ABC, and then another 5 waves up. And then that would be the first impulse off the low at 3,100. Then we'd have a big correction. Let's say this would be a 7,000, and then a pullback maybe to 5,000 again. Then we'd be off to the races. What's up, Lodak? So if that's the case, then we got the triangle. Again, we zoom in on that. We've been following this on Twitter, Patreon. I've been pretty good here with this. This rally here, I mean, I've traded Elliott Wave for, well, since 1982 or so. This, I don't have a problem with calling this an ABC down, irregular. Every move in sight here is ABC. So I think this count still looks good. We have came off the lows today. Well, we're like 70 off the low. And the interesting thing is here is Bitcoin's been stronger, so it's done a high level triangle. And then if you bring up Ethereum, same type of thing here. If we zero in, this would be the top. We have an ABC down, an ABC up, and then a 5 waves to the downside. It's actually holding much higher. It could be lower than this, but it's holding. So really, I just like that action. If you bring up Litecoin, same type of thing. You've had 5 waves down, an ABC up, and then 5 waves down again. So that would complete a flat. So if Litecoin and Ethereum have completed flats, Bitcoin completed a triangle, then I think we're ready for another run to new highs for this move. And if that happens, then again, that could be that could be an intermediate term top, or just could be a short term one where we continue higher, do 5 waves up, and then another ABC sideways, then another 5 waves up. So let's see if that ends up happening. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. Again, the software, this is a proprietary software with the OP force and technometer at the bottom. Not much really to show here. I mean, we're 46 on the technometer. That's a hair above neutral, so not giving me a buy point. My co-host Nick, who's usually on here, does fundamentals and news coverage. We'll probably be live tomorrow night, same time, 6:30 Central. Nick covers all that. Nick covers a shitload of fundamentals in the Patreon. And that's really why he's not in here tonight, because he's got some catching up to do since he was at the Bitcoin meetup. But he covers all that. I cover no fundamentals. I do all technical analysis. I own the Wyckoff Institute, started by Richard Wyckoff, 1931, at wyckoffsmi.com or learncrypto.io, which is at the bottom of the screen here. So, and then here is Bitcoin USDT. Technometer, near oversold, but right now 43, which is still a little bit below neutral. So definitely will support another run to new highs. The technometer won't get as oversold here because we're not having a lot of selling. The OP is not coming under pressure like we did on the wave 2. So Usually what happens is we have the first wave off the bottom, which is wave one. What's up, Chris? Chris Budd. A wave two is really, everyone thinks we're going to new lows, so there's selling coming in. That gives us the oversold technometer. That would have been back here at this 1-2 low, back here where a lot of selling comes in. But now that we're up here at 3, the selling's not coming in because more people are starting to believe it, shorts are covering, etc. So we're not getting a deeply oversold technometer like we've had on Litecoin, etc. So anybody new, these are the buys we've had on the way up. The last buy I had was at 58. I did mention up here 85, 95 that we could get violently sideways. If you wanted to trade it, you could. I personally really mentioned I wasn't trading it. I thought Litecoin would stay a little bit stronger. I've been talking about the shorts, which is the red line. They have come off dramatically. That kind of slows the rally possibly. The green is longs, which haven't done much. They have came up here a little bit recently on this 5 ways down. So this isn't supportive as much on Litecoin that it has been. But I still think we can try to work higher here. Again, because I like the Bitcoin. If we go to Bitcoin, long shorts. Down here is the net long shorts. So you can see that it's really just around neutral. So again, I think it supports higher prices. So I still like the way that we're counting here. For anyone that's bearish, you would call this here the end of the wave 5 up. You had 5 waves down, ABC up, and we could have a sideways B wave here if we don't get going here in the next 24 hours. And then maybe a tag down to 4,600. Personally, I think the bull case 4,600 would be strong support. Anything below that would make me suspect for the next few months. What's up, Wog? I don't have the sound set up here at my desk. This is kind of my trading desk, so I can't give you any balls of steel or I'm rich, bitch. So none of that tonight. Let's quickly go over a little bit of stock market. This is TLT. I've had a couple buys here in TLT. This is interest rates. So what's up, Tree Man? So we're oversold over here. You can tell here to the right. Last time we was oversold was at these lows, and also back here at these lows, and back here at these lows. So I think here we've had an ABC pullback. We're deeply oversold. I think you want to be long TLT. Any strength tomorrow would get me a little more excited. I think we can run to new highs there. Lower interest rates still coming. This is GDX. Same thing. We've been long some here. I did give a buy, 10 days ago, a little higher. Today we came down, tested it, closed strong. Technometer's been oversold, so I really don't want to see these lows to give away with the blue uptrend here. Hopefully GDX can dig out of here and keep it moving. And then we've got, I wanted to show IWM, Russell 2000. I'm looking at this tomorrow. We did come off overbought here 3 days ago. This looks a little heavy to me. So might be a short sell opportunity in IWM. Let's talk about Square real quick. This is one software was calling all the major moves. And as you can see here, we've got them all marked. Buys and sells have been perfect. We haven't had really much since then. Almost got a buy sell here that would have worked. Technometer's neutral. So, and we're coming into an uptrend line here, but I really think it's been a little weaker here, so I really think Square's got some selling maybe down here to the dash line. And then if we can get an oversold technometer, we'll be back in on long Square. And then one more, I've been talking about Shopify. I like longer term. It just keeps going. We had a quick trade back here for a 10%. We are extreme overbought here. Had another big update today. This is one, any type of pullback, I think you got to jump on. I think Shopify, high risk, but high reward. Here's Tesla. Go the 1 year. Let's go back here to the 3-year. I had a little sideways movement marked. This is one I don't really own any positions, but I was wanting to. But definitely not liking the last action here, really, in the last couple of months. Obviously, a lot going on in the news. I mean, we are holding this second level of support. So if we could get a oversold technometer. The technometer is basically 5-minute on-balance volume, kept track of every day, posted daily. So if we would get an oversold technometer, I probably would try to give Tesla a chance. But at the moment, I don't see anything between the OP. Excuse me, I think the OP is the 5-minute volume. I think I said that wrong. Talking too quick here. Technometer is more of a volume oscillator giving us overbought, oversold levels. When this gets down to 38, I probably would take a look at Tesla. But again, with Wyckoff, you're supposed to be long strength, short weakness. So Tesla would not be on the radar for a strong stock. Here is one I'm going to bring up real quick. Abercrombie and Fitch, ANF. This would be more of a Wyckoff stock to be looking at. We kind of jump resistance at 22. We've came back here trying to test 24. Had a couple oversold readings. So this one looks higher. I'm going to throw a quick disclaimer in here to keep my regulatory authorities happy, so give me 1 second.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
All right, I had to throw that in real quick. What's up, Craig? So that's another one I do have a position on. I always talk about the long dollar ETF UUP. I am short here. This red day here, I decided to get short. We are overbought. And a little bit of selling. You see the OP are hitting new highs while price isn't. So I'd like to see a breakdown here. Something down here in 25.88, I might even add to shorts. If the dollar will break, let's go back to a 1-year dollar chart. I think somewhere here we're rolling over. We gave up the uptrend. This is kind of the shell hunter's tragedy, which is a something written that's in the Wyckoff archives. So you can see here we've given up the uptrend, came back and kind of tested the underside, and now we're working sideways. So I think this market is still rolling over. If the dollar breaks down, it's going to help cryptos. The low interest rates, higher stock market, once again, should keep risk on. And I would expect cryptos to head higher. I retweeted something from Tom Lee. Nick and I interviewed Thomas Lee last week. Check that out on our videos on YouTube. He called a 25% rally in the Dow this year, late last year, where we've almost had that, basically what he's called for. I think he's still friendly here. He's got a misery index on cryptos that did go to a short-term sell, but it got so overbought that only happens in really bull moves. So it's showing that we registered extreme overbought, which means we're kicking off probably a bull move here. Be nice to work off that excess. I'm hoping we get a move up higher here on Bitcoin and then work off the overbought readings, in the next month or two after we run up higher here. So that's that'd be the best for the bulls. And again, if you go to my Twitter, Wyckoff on crypto, I also have Learn Crypto Show, but I try to post more stock related there. And Wyckoff on crypto, I'm trying to keep it all, mostly all cryptos. You can see here I posted today's triangles and also posted the flat in Ethereum and the flat in Litecoin, if these hold up. If you go to learncrypto.io, we got the blog. Carrie's in there posting every day. Articles she knows I have an interest of or ones that I told her to post. So check it out there. And then here's the Patreon link. if you want to join Patreon at $30 a month, jump in with a bunch of good guys and girls in there sharing data and trading. So here's Bitcoin 5035. I don't have much else to add. Let's look at NEO. NEO's one I continue to like. I've given buys at lower levels and also at a little higher levels here. So, and then, we've got kind of resistance here at this 1050 level that we're kind of backing up to. So I still like NEO here. Aurora Cannabis coming under some pressure with the weed stocks. Here's a 6 month. You can see we've had some buys and sells that have worked. We had a buy here March 25th, and you can see we're small losses with today's action, but the oversold technometer. I would think probably here we're going to spring this area, or we're testing it. So I think probably ACB would be worth some risk here. So I probably would try that if you're looking to get long. Cool, G-Money. Be good to see you in there. What's up, Kanan? Taj, what's up? XVG will surpass Bitcoin in the year 2045. Whoa. So let's go over a couple more coins here. ADA, USDT, we talked about the strength here. That one continues holding in. Like the looks there. BAT, USDT. Same type of thing. Ran to another new high and backing up, so BAT still looks good. BNB, USDT. Same type of chart. Strong or staying strong. Digibyte BTC coming back down to that 240 level that Nick had talked about. A little bit weaker than I like. Decred sitting near 23.79. That's one that we've liked in the past, not doing much here. Classic 620. Coming back to previous resistance. I think that one will try to dig in here as well. ICX, we've shown the Wyckoff markings here. This was a backup to the creek, and we're kind of backing up again. I think ICX will dig in here again. And KMD is one that same type of thing, kind of coming back, I think, to an important level here to $1. Really a level that I've been long at. So what up, Nate? OMG, $1.85. Same looking pattern. I mean, back here at what was some previous resistance. 5 ways to the downside that I think is corrective. So I think we can still try to dig in here. So if you zero in on Bitcoin a little bit more, let's go to the 1 hour. And as I said, I've called this a triangle. I would hate to see a 4863 giveaway. I really don't want to see this 4940 giveaway that we made earlier today. Here's RVN BTC. I would have no problem with buying RVN here. Let's look at RVN USD. That chart looks excellent. 5 ways down off the high overlapping, so I would say RVN's a good buy right here. What's up, G-Money? Thanks for the 10. Razel has one weird looking triangle. I'm not sure what triangle we're talking about.
Show me one.
if you're hold on here a second. I mean, that's the triangle if you say you're looking funny. Some people will say that. I've traded Elliott Wave for 40 years. So triangles, ABC moves. If you look into this with a microscope, this here is an ABC down, ABC up, 5 ways down. So that, I have no problem labeling that a C wave there. And I have no problem putting in a trend line down through here. So yeah, some people might not like that. If anybody does Elliott Wave, been doing it for years and years, I would take their comments on that. I can show you triangles going back for years that I've got. I know I've got a big one, I think, in my home office that a triangle was exactly like that on a daily Dow Jones that we made quite a bit of money from. Maker, we've got that one, Maker USD. I mean, pretty good pullback off the run. I think that's on Palm Beach. So would like to see that 600 level hold, which you've already been rallying off of. So if I had a gun to my head, I'd buy Maker here with a 600 stop. What's up, Rico S? Again, this isn't our main show. Anybody new, come back the next night or two at 6:30 Central. Nick and I will be here. If you look at our old videos, you'll see Nick and I in our studio setup. Nick's busy with some Patreon stuff tonight and had a big day at work. So I just decided to come on by myself, make sure everybody knew my thinking on the TA. But we should be back tomorrow night, I would guess, unless there's actually no movement. Then we might wait. Now Maker's trading at 680. 600 is this low. I think that low will hold. Shout out to Elizabeth on MKR. And hope your daughter's okay, Elizabeth, if you're still in here. Well, guys and girls, that's really all I got. There's Litecoin on a 0N on a 5-minute. So we've had the 5 ways down. I mean, even another new low here I wouldn't like, but it wouldn't concern me. I just don't want to see much below probably the 72 level. But I like the strength we've had off these lows of 75. So any move up here to start overlapping this 80 level would get me more friendly the Litecoin's low is in. You know what, Johnny, I forgot EOS. We will give EOS some love. We have had some good trades over there. Let's zoom out on the 4-hour. We've had a pretty nice looking Elliott Wave 5s up. So I'm not sure if we're going to subdivide more. If so, you're going to have to change the count here. This might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have to change the count because I think this served us well, but I think EOS is still headed higher. Yeah, Nader, we can see your messages. What's up, Alvarado? So still like EOS, I think this have to probably be changed, even though it has helped us trade EOS on the way up. And I still like that. EOS, I think, is good longer term. Thanks, Wog. Appreciate it. I am here to try to help. Not really a teacher, but taking over Wyckoff's kind of made me that. Everybody knows they ask me questions. I'm quick to respond, quick to reply. So, hey, Julian. So yeah, trying to teach Wyckoff and also throw a little bit of Elliott Wave in. Again, on the Elliott wave, I really throw that on once I've done the Wyckoff analysis to try to maybe give me an idea on some Fibonacci's or Elliott objectives, etc., or where five ways might end, etc. So I don't really trade patterns, but I throw them on after the fact. I prefer Wyckoff with studying price and volume. Here's Bitcoin USDT. Let's go in. Look at a 5-minute. This is kind of what the basis of a lot of Wyckoff, our indicators are based on. It's going to bring up the 5-minute price on Bitcoin with volume. Developers are working on hopefully one last upgrade. So this is 5-minute going back a month. Let this thing load real quick. And you can see here on the Bitcoin USDT, when we did the 5,400, volume didn't go to new highs. But I've been more interested with the volume having a nice ABC down and price holding higher levels. That's why I've been kind of going with the triangle formation. So I still like that. The Bitcoin USD chart looks a little different. Appreciate it, Maverick Gold. I do try to give a roadmap with the Elliott wave, and then also just with my thoughts, what we're doing here. Litecoin and some of those things came off the lows with a lot of selling going on, price holding. So I thought the rally would continue. So I wasn't wanting to sell Litecoin any on the way up, just trying to give a roadmap to higher prices. I still think we're headed higher. So here's Bitcoin USD. You can see here, once again, volume for sure. Because a lot of people will look at price and not looking at volume. And this is 5-minute volume during the day that the software is keeping track of. I don't think you're going to find that anywhere. Basically, it's a 5-minute on-balance volume, but it can be taken back for weeks and months. So it'd be hard to get that somewhere else. If you look just at volume then you kind of got to think maybe there is a triangle here. So volume definitely looks like a triangle. So again, that's kind of why I'm leaning that way. If we had an oversold technometer, I'd be throwing out some buys again. But I don't have that yet. Because again, here's the Bitcoin for new people. The buys marked are ones that we've given on Twitter.
Are you able to look at the VSYS BTC chart on Bitfinex or Twizzling? It seems like it's in a nice calm up trend.
VSYS. I'll check that out here in just a minute. So these are the buys we've given live. Again, I'm not giving any buys since 3,900. And I was hoping to get one up here and have gotten close. But again, volume's not coming into the downside, as you can see from this chart. If volume really was coming in, then we would get an oversold technometer, but we're not getting that. So, but I still think we're working on this triangle. If we do break down, I'll have to rearrange that, but I think 4,600 will be strong support if we head back down. What up, Zinc 21? Taj says 5,000, 4,800, 4,600. So I guess he's looking for us to stair step lower. What's up, Clifford? Well, that's all I got, I think. I think we went over just about all that we need to do. Here's BCH USD, showing strength still. We talked about that probably continuing higher, so that one looks like it could still go higher as well. And then what else? This here, we gave a buy on theta below 11 when we came down here and sprung these levels. It's holding in, so hopefully this one will come alive as well. VSYS is not coming up. Nader, I don't know. VSYS. Is not coming up here. I'm not sure what VSYS Bitcoin is. Okay, so if it's VSYUSD, we will bring that up. That was January 18th or so, the big bar. I don't like a chart, it's only got a few months on it, but I don't mind that chart. Hold on one second. Not a lot of volume here. I was hoping to see more volume on the rally and low volume on the sideways, but I'd still call this a triangle with higher prices to go as well. Be nice to see some volume come in on that one. Well, guys, that's about it. XRP, no one's mentioned yet. I showed this earlier today. Same type of thing. You can count 5 waves up, then an ABC down, ABC up, and then 5 waves over here. It actually held above its previous 3rd wave. But I think Ripple could be interesting here as well. And I think probably a low risk play. That's one we keep getting some buys on, and it hasn't done anything. We all know Ripple might wake up when you're not looking and give you a big run. Here's Zen USD. We're going to do Zen BTC. That's one not acting as well as I would hope. But once again, would have no problem being long Zen at this level. Here's Knowles BTC. On a monthly level here, looks like we kind of jumped resistance and backed up to it here at the 15.5 level. And acting well here on a short-term basis, so Knowles looks okay. DigiBuy still a little weak. That one needs to come alive. Long till Friday on NEO. Here's WAN BTC. Not a good chart versus BTC. That one's definitely been a disappointment here recently. What's up, ANP?
Show me the left.
Appreciate the donation. Don't tell Nick we got those. All right, Dash BTC. We start stepping higher. So I still think this 22,000 level would be strong support. I think this is a sign of strength coming back here on low volume. So again, I think Dash should be okay here. I'd rather look at Dash USD. This one is stronger. So again, took out some resistance here at 107. Backed up to it briefly here. Had some good volume coming in. You can see volume coming in up here. And then volume light here. So I think Dash can dig in here and lead us higher again. The VCH I showed real quick. That one's been strong. I think it leads us higher. That one's going to pop through 358 or whatever this is, I think, quickly. I think that one will lead us higher. Yeah, my sleep habits are horrible at the moment. That's why I got gray hair. I get interrupted sleep all the time. So I try to sleep somewhat about 1 or 2 in the morning central till 8 or 9. A lot of people hit me up on the websites. I try to answer questions there. So yeah, I'm pretty well full time here. Ready for another bull run. And trading stocks, etc. So I did get a couple of new stock accounts. Appreciate it. I manage money on the stock side at Charles Schwab. Anybody got any stock money they want a little bit of help on? I normally do that at 1% to up to 2%. And on cryptos, crypto PCG, normally at 3% to manage money over there. Here's REN BTC on Binance. Can't say much about REN BTC. No help there. I mean, PCG is a private client group where I manage crypto assets. 3% a year of the account balance. Mostly large caps. I mean, mostly the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, some NEO, some OMG, ADA, ZRX, maybe some EOS. And most accounts I'm sitting here holding. I will probably take some off if we get another new higher out of this triangle on Bitcoin. I do think we've made the lows for the year, the lows for much higher prices. I am still extremely friendly. I think we shook everybody out. So, I'm not, it's too easy like a Litecoin to trade in and out and get left behind. I'm not trying to get left behind. The software has given me buys. I've had no sells. So I'm trying to stay with the software, making another expensive upgrade that I think will help me even more. If I get some type of major sell for PCG, I would take some off, but I am trying to hit home runs longer term. Elizabeth, glad your daughter's better. Daddy is here. What's up, unknown? And BCH has acted really well. So I don't know anything about Immercoin, so can't help you on there. Probably Nick does. Nick is a resident expert on these mid-caps, smaller caps for us. OMG I like here. I think we've had a jump across the creek and a back up to it. So, and that's it. I like a lot of these coins here still. I just don't have buy signals like I've had in the past. And again, a lot of that's because we're not having a lot of sell volume coming in. That's giving my technometer reading a chance to get oversold. GNT, BTC. Not much there. GNT, USD. A little more constructive, like some of these coins where it looks like maybe jump resistance here and pulling back to it. It has been a little stronger here in the last few days. So you could be long here at the close stop.
Show me the money.
What's up, Brandon? Thank you, man. You're too kind. All right, guys, that's about 45 minutes, so appreciate the support. Again, if we get some movement, I'm sure Nick and I will be back here. If not, maybe we'll take a day off, come back Wednesday. But good luck. If you need anything, hit me up on Twitter, emails, phone number if you got my number, whatever. You're welcome, Nader. I'm going to give you a wrench. So until next time, good luck trading. Peace out.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.